Hey guys, this is Joy back again with another video. And I just wanted to say thank you guys for watching my videos. Please be sure that you like and subscribe to my channel. I would really appreciate that. So today is Wisdom Wednesday, and I have two messages for you guys today. The first message is that God and the angels are always sending you blessings and miracles in disguise. And the other one is always allow people to help you and never be scared to ask for help. So the reason why I wanted to talk about these two messages is because I've actually had a crazy experience that I wanted to share with you guys, and hopefully it will inspire you to believe and trust in the angels, and they are real and they love you and they want to support you in your life. So I had a crazy experience. I actually okay, so I'm a Lyft driver, and this was about like a week or so ago. I got into like I had a minor incident with my vehicle where I accidentally, I hit it. There was like this metal like pole thing at the gas station, and I actually ended up hitting it against my car on the passenger side. So that was just, I was like, oh my God, what is going on? Like, why did this happen at this time? And so I kind of panicked, and I ended up calling the Lyft or Hertz office, and I was telling them like, okay, so I had this happen to my car. Like, what do I do? What needs to happen next? And the gentleman was telling me that I need to report it to Lyft and fill out an incident report, just like all this stuff. And I'm like, oh my God, like rent is due, like I have all this stuff going on. And I was like, what should I do? And he's all like, well, he said, I'm not gonna make your decision for you and this and this and that. So it was just like a whole bunch of stuff. So I decided to keep the car for like another week because it wasn't due just yet, because it's actually a rental car. And so I returned it the following week, and it was crazy. For one, it was super busy. There was not that many people in there to help. And it was just really frustrating because I felt like the guy that was helping me, for one, I really felt like he was kind of high. I'm not gonna lie. Like when I was talking to him, his eyes is kind of like low, and like he was talking kind of slow. And I'm just like, are you all there? Like, I didn't say that, but that's how I felt. And whenever I would ask him questions about like Lyft or Hertz or whatever, he literally had to ask someone else. Like he really did not know what he was talking about, and he did end up giving me the wrong information, which I was really upset about. But I just was like, whatever. Everything happens for a reason. And so he actually told me that I need to report it to Lyft, which was true, but he said that I needed to get my own insurance, which was not true because with the Lyft rental program that they do with Hertz, what's good about it is that it includes the insurance. It's no cap on the mileage, and it includes the registration, and you can drive as much as you want. But the only thing is that you have to do a certain amount of rides if you want to make sure that it's covered. So that was that. And so what I ended up having to do, like I wasn't able to keep the car, so I literally had to take a Lyft from Costa Mesa all the way back home to Los Angeles. And I don't know if you guys are from out here in LA, but that's a long drive. And not only that, but it was around rush hour, so it took a while, but I was just like, okay, like I know God was gonna work it out. So I ended up reporting it to Lyft, and they deactivated my account, which meant that I was not able to drive. So I was just really upset. I'm like, what am I going to do? And so I was like, okay, maybe I could start Uber. And so I went and called a Lyft to the Uber location, and I was saying like, okay, I want to start up my account again. I want to drive for Uber. I want to get a rental, and I just was not able to get a rental. Like, just it was just so much stuff going on. I think I had like a past balance or something like that, and I told him like, yeah, like let's figure out like how we can pay this off. And then they was like, oh, we don't have the full total. We still haven't mailed it to you. So it was just a lot. So, but long story short, I ended up emailing, Uber, and they was basically saying like, you just gonna have to kind of wait. And I'm like, okay, so what am I going to do to make money? That was in my mind. So I ended up, started applying for jobs. I was just like so upset because I'm like, being a Lyft driver, you literally are like your own boss. You get to make your own schedule, own hours, drive when you want, a lot of freedom. And yeah, I mean, except for you get some weird passengers every now and then, but for the most part, it's cool. So I was just like, oh my God, I have to go back to a 9 to 5. So I just started contacting different jobs and stuff, and what ended up happening, I had an interview at this call center place on Friday, and I had even contacted one of my old jobs that I had left on good terms, and they was down to have me start working on Monday. So all that was good. But not only that, but why I say like God and the angels are helping you is because during that time, I was really just like I was texting all my friends. I'm like, oh my gosh, like I don't have a car and this and that, like all this stuff. So I literally had to live wherever I was going, and that adds up. But luckily, my roommate, she was able to kind of take me to different places, and I was like running errands with her, and we was like, and she literally like was treating me to different foods, and she helped me get my hair done. Like it was really everything worked out as it should, and we kind of bonded a little bit more, and yeah, it was interesting like how God made all that work out. But the most interesting part, I think, was how everything worked out with Lyft, because I was just so sure. I just knew that I wasn't going to be able to drive Lyft for like a while. But out of nowhere, Lyft emails me and they're all like, oh, well, we got your message on your incident that happened. And they was like, well, it looks like it wasn't that much damage done on the car, and that we will be able to have you go back on the road again. You'll be fine to drive. You just need to contact your local Hertz. And I'm sitting here like, really? Like all this, I was worried, stressed out. I had applied to jobs. I was ready to go to work, but Lyft had me. They was ready for me again. So I was really excited. And then I was still kind of like concerned about what that guy had told me at the Hertz. Ugh, I'm gonna report him too, because that was really upsetting. I'm like, really? But I was like, oh, okay, so when I go to Hertz, do I need to like bring anything with me? They're like, oh no, just bring your ID and you're good to go. And so what happened was I ended up contacting the jobs that I was supposed to go to work at. I told them like everything worked out with Lyft, so I didn't need it. So I was just so happy because I did not want to do that. And then the interview that I went to on Friday in LA, like the guy was cool. He was Asian. He interviewed me. He was like, I like you. I want to introduce you to my the other manager, whatever. And she just was like, I don't know what it was, but she was not feeling me. Like, I talked to her normally, but the way she was looking at me and asking me questions, she was just looking like, I don't really like you. And I'm just like, in my mind, I'm like, I don't know you, but I just like treat people how they treat me, like I said. So if you're acting weird towards me, I'm gonna act weird towards you, point blank, period. So, but yeah, I'm happy I didn't have to work there because I could see that I wouldn't like her. Like she looked like she thought that she was all that because she had red lipstick and she was sitting behind this desk, and I'm like, you're not that important, like, you know what I mean? So it was like whatever. So luckily, everything worked out with Lyft. But I'm saying all this to say, like, God will take you through different life experiences to show you that He was there all along. Like He had everything already figured out. Like I didn't have to go through Uber and try to drive for Uber because God knew that Lyft was going to work out. And even like doing Uber, the rental program that they did have, it was, for one, it cost more to sign up and you had to do way more rides. So even if I did want to do Uber, it probably wouldn't have been worth it anyway, because I feel like Uber, they actually charge their passengers a lot cheaper than the Lyft passengers. So I feel like as a driver, you kind of get your money's worth being a Lyft driver. So God already knew that. So yeah, that was just an amazing but interesting experience to say the least. And it's funny because I do remember, because every day, like when before I get in my car, I'm like, God, angels, show me that you are supporting me and that you have my back, in just life, period. And that was God's way of answering my prayers, like have something happen to my car and it was out of my control completely. So it's like the only way for me to know that that was God was only way for me to know that God was supporting me was for God to show me like how he was able to do all of that for me, you know. But it's just like in the process I was kind of freaking out. But I remember I was like, oh, I asked for this. So sometimes God will answer your prayers in a way that you can't really imagine or expect it, because we kind of have a way that we want it to be answered. But I think my lesson was learning to let go of control and stop trying to um, do God's job. God is in control of all of our lives, you know. So yeah, that's the story that I had for you guys. Just always trust and believe in your angels. And the part of not being afraid to ask for help is because, you know, during the time when I didn't have the car, you know, I was ashamed. I was embarrassed to tell people that that was happening to me, because you know, I'm so used to being independent. I'm so used to being able to do things on my own. But it's like, it's nothing wrong with asking someone for help. It's like, if they can help you, they will, you know. But yeah, I mean, it's just like God is good. I mean, it's amazing. So that's my Wisdom Wednesday for today. I love you guys so much. Please be sure that you like and subscribe. Leave a comment if you have any suggestions. Hopefully it's good, just saying. So, yeah, I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye.